Tyler Perry is well known for his movies, television shows, and stage plays. While he has received props for opening doors for Black entertainers that were previously shut out of Hollywood, he has also faced a buttload of criticism at various points in his career.
Tyler Perry, I'm talking to you, sir. You should be ashamed of yourself for this piece of crap film that you put together. This was ridiculous, and it just makes no sense.
Tyler Perry, what did I do to deserve this man? What did I do to deserve such an awful Christmas movie?
Before we jump into today's mess, be sure to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of beef and bacon jerky, toasted corn nuts, and blue raspberry licorice. Early in his career, Tyler faced backlash for his portrayal of stereotypical characters in his stage plays and films. Critics argued that his characters reinforced negative stereotypes about African Americans.
God bless you, may heaven smile upon you, but right now I got some ass to kick.
Particularly his portrayal of Madea. Madea, a larger-than-life, outspoken elderly woman, has garnered a dedicated fan base and contributed to Tyler's commercial success. She has also been the subject of major criticism. Madea is often depicted as a sassy, wisecracking matriarch who comes from a lower socioeconomic background. Many argue that this portrayal perpetuates stereotypes about African American families and reinforces classist biases. In 2009, Spike Lee even went as far as to say that Madea represented coonery buffoonery. Yikes. Tyler initially told Spike,
"I will punch the hell out of you. Say something else."
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
And then he later defended the origins of the character by telling Chris Wallace that Madea actually honors the Black people he grew up around as a child. As his popularity grew, some people began to question the quality of his writing. They argued that his scripts lacked depth and relied too heavily on melodrama, leading to accusations that he was prioritizing quantity over quality in his productions.
The writing was awful. The directing, I forgot to mention my negatives, was really awful too.
Some of the naysayers argued that his work relied too much on familiar themes and plot lines. In other words, even though the titles change, people feel like if you've watched one Tyler Perry production, you've watched them all. When he revealed in 2020 that he doesn't have a writer's room and he writes all of his material himself, things started to make a little more sense. His fans wondered how a Black male could write stories about Black women's experiences, and some of his fans even urged him to branch out and bring some new talent to the table to spice things up a bit. Well, at one point, Tyler did have writers on his team. However, back in 2008, he reportedly fired 4 of 7 staff writers for the sitcom House of Pain after they tried to unionize. Tyler later went on the record to say it had nothing to do with them trying to join a union. He fired them because he was unhappy with every single script they wrote. In November 2021, he told Yahoo he had just returned from a 6-week trip to the mountains to write 72 episodes of a new show. He wrote from 7 in the morning until 7 at night every single day. However, he finally realized that there were so many other things he could have been doing if he wasn't so hands-on with his projects. He said he planned to continue writing for the next 3 to 4 years. Then he would hand over the writing duties to other writers and directors. Let the church say amen. When his 2016 TLC series Too Close to Home premiered with a white cast, Tyler supporters flooded him with negative feedback. People wanted to know why the man who was responsible for providing so many opportunities for people of color wanted to make such a drastic shift. Tyler told the Associated Press the outrage was reverse racism, since the backlash was coming from Black people. He added, "I don't know if it was because they thought I should only be giving jobs to Black people. Well, I think that's ridiculous." He went on to say that his time traveling and interacting with different people made him colorblind, and he realized we all have the same drama no matter where we come from or what we look like. He ended his message by saying, "So I'm not seeing color as much as I did anymore in the sense of our stories. Our stories are so similar." But people weren't about to just drop it and let it go. They accused Tyler of turning his back on the people who helped build up his career. In the end, the reviews for Too Close to Home were mediocre, and TLC canceled the show after only 2 seasons. Aww. Not only did his 2020 Netflix film A Fall from Grace receive a 2-star review from RogerEbert.com, but fans were absolutely ticked off by the tragic wigs Tyler made his actors wear.
There are a lot of jokes or videos that are being made about Tyler Perry Productions. Unfortunately, the wigs being off and the wigs being so bad that it creates a distraction with the movie.
He later sat down with T.I.'s Expeditiously podcast and put the blame on the new people who were working in his hair department. Viewers weren't the only ones who were upset, though. Actress Crystal A. Fox, who also appeared in the film, decided to speak up. Tyler said, "We had a knockdown, drag-out argument about the wigs in one of the scenes. It was very emotional for her." Crystal stated that as a woman of color, her hair is very important to her, and it's sometimes hard for other people to understand that. But Tyler, who reportedly shot the movie in only 5 days, wasn't willing to spend the time or the effort to sort through her hair preferences. He stated, "I don't have time to wait 5 hours and spend $10 million to figure out which curl is right for you." Tyler posted a heartfelt birthday tribute for former President Barack Obama. However, his post contained a significant factual error when he referred to President Obama as a descendant of slaves. Most people, except for Tyler apparently, know that President Obama has a Kenyan father and a white mother. While Tyler's intention was likely to acknowledge President Obama's deep connection to the African American community and the struggles faced by descendants of slaves, his phrasing sparked a conversation around the distinction between different segments of the Black population. Within the Black community, there has been a growing movement to distinguish between the contributions of Black Americans who are descendants of slaves and those of Black immigrants. This movement underscores the historical significance of slavery and its enduring impact on the descendants of those who suffered through it. So naturally, Twitter tore him all the way up and wondered how he could be so clueless. Tyler eventually deleted his tweet. However, he kept the post on his Instagram with a small edit to remove the inaccuracy. His mistake inadvertently tapped into an important conversation about the complexities of identity, heritage, and the ongoing quest for social justice within the Black community. It is essential to approach these conversations with sensitivity and respect, recognizing the historical contexts that shape different perspectives. Do you think the backlash Tyler has received is justified? Or are people too sensitive these days? Let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.